All right, we are continuing where we ended. We did question 1 up to 10. So carry on to question number 11. So question number 11 is saying, in the following diagram, all right, points A and D, B lies on the latitude 60 degrees south, while point C is on the latitude 30 degrees north. Okay, so now it's saying that the local time at A is 10 hours, sorry. The local time at A is 10 hours. Come on. Hello, Vicky. You are Vicky to my Christmas. To my Christmas, Vicky. To my Christmas, Vicky. Good to see you, Vicky. Hope you're alright. My network is pretty bad, but it won't stop us from having a class. Guys, can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me. I need to take a quote for cleaning the board. Please, can you hear me? So question number 11A, Kasuli. Question number 11A is saying, in the following diagram, points A and B lies on the latitude 60 degrees south, while point C is on the latitude 30 degrees north. Okay, so okay, so we have it's right here, B is there. Okay, so I'm saying A it's in the latitude, A and B lies on the latitude 60 degrees. A and B is in the 60 degrees south. Then C is in the 30 degrees north. Okay, so now saying that the local time at A is 10 hours when it is 13 hours at B. Find the difference in the longitude between A and B. So what we are supposed to do, since we know that the local time at A, which is due west, is 10 hours. Okay? And the local time at B, all right, it's 13 hours. So what we are going to do, we'll first find the difference in their time, all right, because B is in okay, there's no need, they didn't specify a longitude where B is, so no need for that. So we're going to find the difference in their time. So if it's 10 hours at A, it is 13 hours at B. So the time difference there is 3 hours. Okay, the time difference between town A and B is 3 hours. So what we are going to do, we'll change these 3 hours into degrees because we need to find their difference in longitude. Okay, we need to find that difference in longitude. So we're going to say every 15 degrees, it is always 1 hour. Pakapitache 15 degrees, it's 1 hour. So now what about 3 hours? How many degrees are we going to get? So say x times 1, we get x equal to 15 times 3, it is 45 degrees. So their difference in their longitude, okay? That difference in longitude is 45 degrees between town A and B. their difference in longitude is 45 degrees. That's how we answer such a question. Okay, the question is this one here, saying the local time at A is 10 hours when it is 13 hours at B. Find the difference in longitudes between A and B. So first thing, we had to identify the difference in their time, the time difference between town A and B. We found 3 hours. Then we convert, all right, we had to convert 3 hours into degrees. So every 15 degrees is 1 hour. What about 3 hours? It's how many degrees? We found 45 degrees. So their difference in their longitude is 45 degrees. The next one, B. Okay, B is saying a plane flew from B to C. It went from B to C at a speed of 600 knots. It went from B to C at a speed of 600 knots. How long did the plane take? When they say how long, they're actually asking us for time. All right. When they ask for us how long, they're asking for time. So what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to first find distance, because time is equal to distance over speed. So we need to find distance. We only know speed, which is 600 knots. We only know speed, which is 600 knots. Distance is not given. How do we get to find distance? So how you can find distance in a case where it's not clearly indicated on the question, we say distance is equal to theta times 60. Yes, distance is equal to theta times 60. Then where is the theta coming from? This theta is coming from the difference in latitude between B and C. B is in the 60 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees south, all right, and C is 30 degrees north. So they are in different hemisphere, southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. Since they're in different hemisphere, we add them. So it's 60 plus 30, it's 90. So now our theta is 90 multiplied by 60. Okay, so now we can compute, ladies and gentlemen. We know that 9 times 6 is 54, all right? So 90 times 60, it's 5,400. Okay, so distance has been found to be 5,400. So what we'll do now, we'll say time is equal to distance 5,400. Speed was given as 600 knots. So the zeros will cancel out. Okay, we divide by hundreds. Then we remain with 54 over 6. All right, then see how many 6 are in 54? They are 9. So it took the plane 9 hours to get from B to C. It took the plane 9 hours to move from, or to fly from B to C, That's how we answer this question. This one. So the question is saying, the plane flew from B to C at a speed of 600 knots. How long did the plane take? So when they say how long, they're asking you time. Okay, so what we did, we first remember the formula for time. Time is equal to distance over speed. But from the question, only speed was given, which is 600 knots. So I explained to say, if the distance is not given, especially for this question, paper 1, you use this formula. Distance is equal to theta times 60. Then where did the theta come from? Where did the theta come from? Is there a difference in their latitude? B is in 60 degrees south. C is in 30 degrees north. They're in the same longitude. So 60 plus 30 is 90. That's how we came up with that 90. So we say 90 times 60 is 5,400. So now we know the distance. We have 5,400 over 600, which we cancelled the zeros. Then we remain with 54 over 6. then 54 over 6, it is 9. So 9 hours. That's how we found that. Question number 12. Question number 12. Question number 12, let me show you. Question number 12 is saying find the gradient of the line, okay? Find the gradient of the line passing through the points. So we have 2 points, okay? We have the first, which is point A, which is at 4, -6. Okay, then in B, we have at 2, 4. So the question is asking us to find the gradient given 2 points, point A and B. Ladies and gentlemen, how do we find such? So how we can find such a question? We use the formula for gradient, which is gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, then we can just label this x1, y1, x2, y2, so that we know when we are picking which one is our y2. So our y2 is 4 minus y1 is -6. Have you noticed how I didn't just write -4 minus 6? All right, this minus is that. Then the one that comes with the 6, which is -6, is that. Okay, over. So x2, it is 2, minus x1 is 4. Then we say gradient is equal to negative times -6 is +6. So we have 4 plus 6 over, all right, 2 minus 4, it is -2. So now our gradient will be 4 plus 6, it is 10 over -2. So positive that comes with that 10 divided by negative, it is negative. 10 divided by 2, it's 5. So our gradient is -5. Our gradient is -5. That's how you answer such a question, ladies and gentlemen. Our gradient is -5. So what we did, we followed the instructions or the condition given from the question, saying find the gradient of the line passing through the points A, this point, B, that point. Okay, so I've been given 2 points. So we use the formula for gradient, which is this. All right, after we come up with the formula for gradient, since formula for gradient to come with y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, this is why we labeled x1, y1, x2, y2, so that when we are picking those, we know what we are getting. So since our y2 is 4, that's how we wrote 4, minus y1 is -6, that's the -6, over x2 is 2, minus x1 is 4, that's the 4. So negative times -6 is +6. 4 plus 6 is 10, divided by -2, which gave us -5 as our answer. Okay, question number 12b. Question number 12b. Question number 12b. Question number 12b, real quick. Question number 12b, it's under algebra. We're being asked to solve, all right? Is it algebra? No, indices. Yeah, it's indices. So we've been asked to solve. What are we solving? We are solving 2x to the power 3 equal to 16. 2x to the power 3, 2x cubed equal to 16. 2x cubed equal to 16. So first thing first, we are interested in finding the value of x. We need to know what is x. So we divide both sides by 2, all right, so that the coefficient goes. Now remain with x cubed equal to 16 divided by 2, it is 8. All right, now we need to find only x alone. So what we'll do, for us to get rid of that power 3, we cube root. All right, we cube root. If it was a 2, we would have square rooted. So we cube root both sides. so that this cube root and that cubed cancels out, we remain with x equal to. Then we say, what is the cube root of 8? The cube root of 8, it is 2. The cube root of 8 is 2. That's how you answer such a question. How? We look for a number that if we multiply it 3 times, we get 8. So 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8. That's why 2 stood out. The cube root of 8 is always 2. That's how we answer such. Question number 13. Question 13 is under second theorem. Question 13 is under second theorem. So let's look at this. Hi Tasha, hey Daisy. Welcome guys. Francis, you're welcome. Francis McG, you're welcome. Daisy, it's Bay, you're welcome. Welcome guys, welcome. Condi, you're welcome. Okay, I see you, Daisy. I see you. You're welcome. At Jupiter, hello. All right, so now guys, how we get to find this question, Manje? Tinashe, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Mpilo, welcome. How are you? Mpilo, you're from South Africa, right? The name's giving South African vibes. Mpilo yami. All right. Yeah, you're welcome, my G. You're welcome. You're welcome, Afo. You're welcome, Afo. All right. So the first question that they are asking us is to calculate angle ACB. Angle ACB. This angle right here. How do we get to find this angle right there? You should understand that this tangent and that tangent, okay, I'm meeting this circle at this point and at that point, making this angle being equal to that angle, right? Making this angle being equal to that angle. So if that's the case, then I'm going to have something like this, all right? I'll have something like this. I'll have A there, C there, I'll have B there. Then the angle that we have there is 54 degrees. So if this angle and that angle are equal, and then we have a triangle, and the interior angle of a triangle add up to 180, right? So what we'll do, we are going to say 180, all right, minus 54, all right, which is 26, 126. So 180 minus 54, we get 126, I believe. Then if we divide by those two equal angles, all right, what are we going to get? We are going to get 63 degrees. That means now this angle is 63 degrees and that angle is 63 degrees. Mamveraka? So the answer for angle ACB is 63 degrees. Okay. I hope we are following. The next question, let me just clear this off. The next question here. The next question is saying CBD, angle CBD, this angle right here. So for us to find that angle right here, now we have the radius from the center to the circumference. That's our radius. From the center to that circumference, that's our radius. Now understand that when the radius meets the tangent, it forms a right angle. When the radius meets a tangent, it forms the right angle, meaning that it forms a 90 degrees angle. So now we are just from finding out that this angle right here, that angle there is 63. All right, we are just from finding out that this angle right here is 63. So we are going to say, for us to find CBD, we'll simply say 90 minus 63. And what are we going to get? Is it 27? It's 27, right? Yeah, 27. So we have 27 degrees. This angle here is 27 degrees. Unasikia? Mwamvera, guys. Then the last question is saying find CDB. CDB. C is right here, D is there, B. So the angle in question is this. Again, we are going to get the way, like the way we did earlier, we get this. That and that. Because we have A, whose angle is 54. Then we have this angle here, which is 90. If you have been following, this is 90 degrees, this angle. So we have a right angle there. So now the angle in question is this. And you know the drill, So how do we get to find that angle? We'll simply say 90 minus 54. Okay, 90 minus that angle, we'll know that because interior angles add up to 180. So what do we have? We have, is it 36? 36 degrees. 36 degrees. So angle, A, is it A? Wait, angle C, angle C, DB is 36 degrees. Shall we proceed? So that's about that. So we got to question number 13. Oh, that was question number 13. We got to question number 14. Help me tap the screen. 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 So do I have those who wish to join our online classes? You are writing GCE 2026 GCE this coming year. Next year, next month. Minimum number 2026 GCE. Are you here? GCE 2026, are you here? So let me know, then we can talk. Question number 14, it is. Question number 14 is saying the mass of a loaf of bread is 702.1 grams. 702.1 grams. So we have 702.1 grams. Find the lowest limit. Very good. Find the lowest what? Limit. Ladies and gentlemen, how many decimal places is this mass? It's one, it's in 1 dp. So if it's in 1 dp, that means its least unit of measurement or tolerance is 0.1. So we need to find the absolute error. And what is the absolute error? We say least unit of measurement divided by 2. And if it's in 1 dp, it always gives 0.05 as our absolute error. Now, I'm not going to spoil the fun. Let me show you how I came up with that. So since it's 1 decimal place, I'll multiply by 10 from numerator and 10 denominator. 0.1 times 10, it's 1 over 2 times 10 is 20. Then we say 20 into 1, it can't, right? Then we introduce a decimal point, that 1 becomes 10. 20 into 10, it can't. We're not going to bring another decimal. Then we say, what about into 100? So 20 into 100, it's 5. That's how we came up with the absolute error to be 0.05. Now, we are being asked to find the lower limit. So for us to find the lower limit, we'll get the actual mass and then subtract the absolute error. So we have 702.1 minus 0.05. Okay, it's the mass minus the absolute error. That's how we find the lower limit or the lower bound or the minimum acceptable value. So remember, after the decimal point, the 0 at the end is non-significant. So even if I add that 0, it's okay. It's just trying to help us as a place value. So I'm going to borrow, yes, like that. So 10 minus 5, it's 5. Then 0 minus 0, it's 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. 0 minus 0, 0. 7 minus 0, 7. So the least or the lower limit is 702.05. The upper limit would have been 702 plus 1 plus 0.05, which would have been 702.15. But since the question is saying find the lower limit, then after we find the lower limit, we find the relative error of the mass of the loaf of bread. Let's do that. Now, how do you find the relative error? Let's solve that. Hi, Kalenga. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Christine, hi. So the relative error is equal to absolute error over actual value. Okay? So what was our absolute error? We found 0.05. You remember? Very good. Yes. That was our absolute error. Over, what was our actual value? It was 702.1. You remember? Good. So now, ladies and gentlemen, what we'll do, okay, what we'll do next is change these decimals. Mwamvera, we get to change these decimal numbers. So now, how are we going to change this? It's in two decimal places, so we multiply by 100. Konse. So that 0.05 times 100, we get a 5 over. Then 702.1 times 100, it is 7,021. Yeah. Is it? Do I need to put? Let me do this. Let's do this. Hold on. I don't want to. Okay, let me add. So we move to steps 1, 2. Oh yeah, it will be like this. Very good. Like that. You see? So if you multiply by 100, we go to steps 1, 2. So now, ladies and gentlemen, how do we simplify this? 5 into 5, it's 1. What about 5 into 70,210? So how many 5 are in 70,000? We start from there. Okay. Then how many I need? 200. And how many I need? 10. So I've just expanded this. Okay. I've just expanded that so that you don't even have to go for the bigger number. No, just come here. We say 5 into 70, it's 14. So 5 into 70,000, it's 14,000. Plus, what about 5 into 200? It's 40. 5 into 10 is 2. So what we are going to have now, we are going to have 14,000 plus 40 plus 2. It is 14,042. Like that. Mavona. So that's the figure we'll bring down here. So we say 1 over 14,000 like this. This is paper 1. Calculators are not allowed. So that's about that. Unasikia? Fyamfika. Please let me know where you're watching me from so that I can give that shout out you deserve. Where are you watching me from? My Zambian friends, are you here? Abakumiesu. Emomuli. Let's go to the next question. Luansha is in the building. That's Daniel's Mwansas. Yo, welcome. Beauty. Kitu in the view. Vakopala, they are dominating. That's good. Daisy from Lusaka. Beauty from Lusaka. Tilipo, Luansha. You have 2 people from Luansha. Nice, impressive. That's good. Emkwai, Tinashe, Poali, Nachpampa. T, are you in the army or I've seen the profile, but you're welcome, my good friend from Lusaka. Nice. So what I normally do when we are towards exam, we do meet on Saturdays with Lusaka students. When we are almost towards the exams, we do some physical classes, and we are, by the grace of God, we are doing that even this year. Losty, question number 15. So, like I said, is there anyone who's planning to write GCE? Who's writing GCE, mathematics? Because I'm an online tutor who teaches mathematics. All right, I teach maths and biology. Okay, and I charge. So the reason why I'm asking if there is any who needs help is because I might give you a favorable offer while I'm still on the live. Then you decide if you're willing to join us or not. Okay, Alex and Sophie, you're welcome. So this is how much I charge. So if there is anybody who wish to join, okay, you're more than welcome. Even those who were in grade 11 going to grade 12, you can also join us, but you under GCE, yet you'll be learning like anybody else. Okay? So if you wish to join us, just let me know. Then I'll tell you what you're supposed to do since you found me on the live. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, so classes are already ongoing, Musa. I don't know if it's okay. Let me just bring you up so I can explain to you, my good friend. Okay, so classes are ongoing. And they're very favorable. Okay, whereby no ndabomba, how can I learn? You can still learn even if you go for a prophet. You're welcome. Reza, you're welcome. Jen, you're welcome. So classes are ongoing. Sajan, you're welcome. So if you wish to join our online classes, just let me know. I'm interested in joining your classes, then I'll tell you. Trust me, you may be advantaged. Okay? And if anything, I can even give you a one-time payment. Do you understand by one-time payment? Whereby you pay once, and that payment that you pay, that's it until you write your exams. You won't pay anything. Why? Because I did that on the live. I can give you that offer. Okay, so if you're just interested, so remember I've said that I charge 150 per month, right? But since I'm on the live, I can allow you to be paying 100 kwacha monthly, provided you join while I'm still on the live. And she was somebody pay 100 kwacha per month, 100 kwacha when others are paying 150. Why? Because you joined under promotion. Do I do this every time? It depends. All right. So yeah. So those who are serious, you can deposit. You join. All right. Then you start learning with us. But now look at December has ended. Yes, December has ended. I'm not counting December. Meaning that if you pay today, you cover entire January. You pay for entire January. Okay? That is if you pay that 100 kwacha. Then those who wish to join our online classes like one-time payment, whilst I'm still on the live, I can allow you to pay this till exam. And I need only maybe 4 people for this offer because We have how many months? 8 months, huh? So if you say 8 times 15, I'm sure it's somewhere 1,200. Then you only pay 500, you save 700. So ngapakisa number ndeja na dialos. Okay, let's continue. So those who are interested, you can deposit using that. Can you join us? Oh, if you're still comfortable saying that, nzaka joina komushe. Kama mkonda vapa last. And those who like joining when it's almost towards exam, na panic, you end up start panicking. All right, because we are now going through topics. When we are done with topics, we start revising papers. We have our own setup strategy, and trust me, it will work out for us. We produce good results before, and we are so much determined to produce more good results. Let's continue. Question number 15. Question number 15. So classes starts between 17 hours to 22 hours, Monday to Friday. Okay, the lessons are already set in a way that you can watch between that time range. There's nothing like, oh, basa, nimpusa, I've missed out. No, no one miss out anything. No one miss out anything on my life, on my group. Last GC had over 400 students, over 400. If I can double it this time around, it will bring so much joy. More people being helped to pass, because curriculum is changing. So if you're not going to write now, saying, then you find that the things that they're now teaching you, you are not even familiar with. Two similar solids, P and Q, have volumes 80 cubic centimeter and D 270 cubic centimeter. Now understand that this ratio is for volumes. All right, so we have 80 and D 270 is the scale factor for volume. All right, it's a scale factor for volume. So this ratio is for volume. So that they're saying the height of the smaller solid E is 8. Find the height of the larger solid. So what we'll do, since E ratio is for their volumes, so we need to change this ratio from their volume to a general ratio that will help us now to determine the height of the larger solid. So now how do we do this? First thing first, we divide by 10 both sides, so that I get rid of that 0. 80 divided by 10 is 8. 270 divided by 10 is 27. Does that mean 80 to 270 is different from 8 to 27? No, it's the same. It's like 10 to 20. It's the same thing as 1 to 2. Okay? Remember, ratios are like fractions. In fact, you can express them as fractions. All right? So it's a 10 there, it's 1. 10 there is 2. So the one who write 10 to 20 and the one who say 1 to 2 is one and the same. So we just simplified it. Okay, it is still under the ratio of the volume. So since it's volume and volume is cubed, no wonder the units here that are being used is cubed. So for us to get the general ratio, we cube root. So say, what is the cube root of 8? It is 2. The cube root of 27, it is 3. When we say 2 times 2 times 2, we get 8. We say 3 times 3 times 3, we get 27. Now this is the general ratio. It is that general ratio now we can use to find the height of the larger solid. So the smaller it's 8. So what would be the larger? So say 2 times x, it is 2x, equal to 8 times 3, it is 24. Then we divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 24 divided by 2. What are we getting? We are getting 12. That's the height of the larger solid. Talia, you're welcome. Chimunya, welcome. That's how we answer such a question. That's how we hammer such a question, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we answer such a question. Smulenga Tokozile, you're welcome. Jen, hi. Welcome, guys. Annie M, how are you? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Abiti, welcome. Jeremiah Hector, you're welcome. Question number 15B. Question number, I need to copy this for easy solving. I don't know where I kept my ruler, but Helen, hi. So I'm going to join her. In case the way I pass maths because of you, I'm really grateful. Congratulations. This is nice. This is nice. Feels good to hear such. This is nice. Thank you so much for coming and testifying. Thank you. Where's my ruler? This is why I'm telling those who are writing 2026 to say, join us. They think, kavufiak. But in Katichaka zona. Yeah. When in Katichaka zona, Kaska boom nash. No, but TikTok. My friends, join us. Come, we make you pass. Eh? Some of you are supposed to, by after next year, you even go to university to pursue whatever you're pursuing. Hola, you pursue what you need to pursue. For now, let's pass that subject that is giving you problem. Thank you so much, Jen, once again. Thank you. So guys, just follow him very well. You're definitely clear. Yeah, you're right. It's all about commitment. I've given them an offer. Join my online classes. You make it. Okay. We have 10 centimeter. We have 8 centimeter there. Then we have a 90 there. Okay, now let's come back. So, zoom. They're saying that in the diagram, FGH is a straight line. FGH. FG is 8 centimeter. EG is 10 centimeter. And angle EFG is 90 degrees. Saying find the value of sine EGH. So it's this angle. So how you solve this one? Because they're saying we should find the value of sine. Okay, let me write it here. Sine EGH. Okay, so remember, sine according to trigonometrical ratios gives opposite over hypotenuse, right? We'll come back to that. So this is an external angle. So in order for us to find these sides, we need to use now the interior angle E. Making now, if this is now our angle we use, this will be our opposite. And by the nature of this, that makes this to be our hypotenuse. This will be our adjacent. All right. But opposite, we have nothing. And we need opposite for that. And opposite we don't have. So how do we find opposite? We use Pythagoras theorem. For which triangle? EFG, this. So we say EF squared is equal to hypotenuse, which is EG squared, minus FG. Remember, we subtract if we are not finding the hypotenuse. If the side is not a hypotenuse, we subtract. But if we are to find a hypotenuse, we add. Pythagoras theorem. So what is our EF? That's what we are looking for. Hypotenuse is 10 squared minus FG is 80 squared. So now we have EF squared is equal to 100, because 10 squared is 100 minus 8 squared is 64. 100 minus 64 is 36. Then we square root both sides. So the length EF is equal to square root of 36 is 6 centimeter. So our opposite has been found to be 6 centimeter. Coming back to this, so now we're going to have opposite is 6, hypotenuse is 10. But now we need to identify the quadrant where it is. So we are going to write, okay, so this will be our first quadrant, second quadrant, third. So it's in the third quadrant. And the Sine in the third quadrant, even it was in the fourth quadrant, sine there is negative because sine is positive in the first and second, so it would be negative 6 over 10, which we can simplify. 2 there is 3. 2 into 10 is 5. That's our answer. Sine EGH is negative 3 over 5. Kwamana. That's like that. That's how we hammer such a question, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we solve such a question. Question number 16. Question number 16. Question number 16. So, ladies and gentlemen, so if you wish to join our online classes for mathematics or biology, you can WhatsApp me or call me on this line. This is the line that I use on WhatsApp for the online classes. The one that I sent earlier was for where the payment is being done. Okay? So I gave her a very favorable offer. I said I charge $150 per month off the liver per subject. That is, be it mathematics or biology. I only teach 2 subjects. I charge this one. So I said if there is anyone who is interested in joining any of these, I'll allow you, well, let's say I'm still on the live, to pay 100 kwacha. So you, instead of paying 150 per month, you'll be only paying 100 kwacha per month, per subject. Only if you join while I'm still on the live. But off the live, it's 150 per month. Then I even went ahead and gave you to say you can actually make a one-time payment of 500 kwacha. I'll teach you until exams. Until exams, okay? So instead of you paying every month 150, every month 150, just cover 500, it covers. And I said for this one, I only need 4 people because I don't want 9 kupanga loss. I don't want kupanga loss. Okay? And again, if you are interested, you can WhatsApp me, but it shouldn't be, but the moment I'm dropping, you WhatsApp me, then we can come up with arrangement how you can partially pay this. Okay? We can come up with arrangement how you can partially pay that. Only for those 4 people. Question number 16, it is, may I proceed? So for this one, payments is done to this line. 0974 1092. I know by, this is what? I think by next week, if it's not next week, it's after next week, the results will be out for grade 12. That's when a lot will be coming. Yeah, different, you understand. So when you are prepared, the demand is not that really much. You take advantage of such because demand and supply. So if a lot of people need help in mathematics, even the price goes up. Be like, but Mumna can buy 100 paja. Yeah, you are right. But look at so let's proceed. Let's proceed, my good friend. Let's proceed. Question number 16. Y varies directly as the square of x and inversely as z. So palima what zavidi directly. Okay, so y varies directly. What is direct? The square of x. So x is squared. Right? So y varies directly. Then inversely, they over. Over what? Z. Okay? Y varies directly as the square of x and inversely as z. Y varies directly as the square of x and inversely as z. So why is z down? Because inverse is 1 over z. So x squared times 1 over z is c x squared over z. Okay? So now, the moment we come up with that, we interpret that condition, we need to change that variation into y is equal to. The moment we say equal to, we bring in the constant of variation, which is k. So it will now be k x squared over z. This is the formula we use throughout the questions. That's the formula we implement throughout the questions. So now let's jump in. The first one they'll ask you to find the k. They will always ask you to find k, the first part. So now we are being asked to find the value of k, the constant of variation, where now our y is 2, our x is 4, and our z is 2 and 4. Our y is what? 2. So we are putting 2 equal to k is what we want to find. What is our x? X is 4. So we have 4 squared over z is 2 and 4. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. So what we have now, we have 2 equal to, what is 4 squared? That is 16. So we have 16k over 24. Then we can cross multiply. 1 times 16k, it is 16k. 2 times 24, it is 48. Right? So, how many 16 and 48? They are 3. 16 into 48, they are 3. How did I know? I said 16 times 3, this will give us 18. 8 remainder 1. 1 times 3, it is 3. Plus 1 is 4. Okay, so now we know the constant of variation is 3, making it our formula now complete. Making our formula complete now, because we will start using y is equal to 3x squared over z for the remaining questions. So the next question, my genius friends, my good friends, the next question is saying find the value of y when x is what? 9 and z is 27. Find the value of y when x is 9 and z is 27. So we say y is equal to 3 multiplying by our x is 9, so we have 9 squared over 27. So y is equal to 3. 9 squared is 81 over 27. Then we say 3 there, 1. 3 into 27 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So my 3 more 27 and more 9. So we have y is equal to 81 over 9. 81 divided by 9, it's 9. So our y is 9. Lonnie Lee. Thank you so much for those likes. Thank you so very much. Baby Lukia, you're welcome. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Yo, thank you. I don't usually receive gifts. Thank you so much. I appreciate you gifting me. It's not really a common thing on my life of gifts. Who would want to gift a mathematics person? Thank you so much. I appreciate you gifting me. Trust me, I am. The last question now. What you should also observe. All this time they have been saying value, but this time around they're saying values. Okay? Esther, how are you? Saying value, but this time around they're saying values. So saying find the values of x. Meaning that we need to find 2 answers for x. Where our y is 8 and our z is 6. Let's do this. Our y is what? 8. Our z is 6. Which of course we can simplify. Okay, we say 3 there, 1. 3 there, 2. So now we have 8 is equal to x squared over 2. Then since there's a fraction, so we can say over 1, it's okay. 1 times x squared, it is x squared, equal to 8 times 2, 16. Okay, 16. Then we say square root both sides. X is equal to square root of 16 is either positive or negative 4. So x is 4 or x is negative 4. That's our answer. What's the difference when the question comes like that? Meaning that since our x are the square from the formula, all right, so it's just trying to remind you to say you need to get two answers. Because one be square root of 16, you just say 4. So it's just more like a reminder to say you need to have two values of x. Ashley, you're welcome. Thank you so much for that amazing question. I hope you understand. Question number what? 17. Question number 17. Question number 17. We are done with this one, right? Oh, that was 16, huh? Okay. Question number 17. Question number 17. Valerandati. Okay, you need to understand this question can come as describe, sometimes can say how many. Okay, you may hear how many lines of symmetry, then just give a number. But the way it has come, describe the symmetry of the prism. Describe the symmetry of the prism. So what it will require now, it will require you to, we have started that, it's a triangular prism. Huh? It's a triangular prism. So what will require you now, my genius friends, it will require you to first talk about the rotational symmetry. All right. So every time you say describe, talk about this. Okay, you start describing it using first rotational symmetry. Then also refraction, is it refractional symmetry. Then there's another one. Which one is that? Refractional symmetry. There is also translation symmetry. All right. Yeah, it's translation symmetry. Translational symmetry, like that. So under rotational symmetry, what you're supposed to talk about here is, since it's a triangular prism, so you talk about how it will rotate. So now the prism can be rotated around its axis. All right, around its axis. It's something like this. Okay. All right. So we talk about around its axis on there, like that, through the center, like that. Okay. So let's say we use this center to make it rotate. All right. So if to make it rotate, that means we still go boom. All right. Boom. Boom. 3 times it comes back to its original position. Okay. So you say the prism can be rotated through the center. Okay, and we'll take only 3 times, but that 3 times talking about now the fractional symmetry, where we can simply say the prism has 3 planes of symmetry. Right, 3 planes of what? Symmetry. Then lastly, you can just say the prism has the translational symmetry along the length of the prism. Okay, if it is shifted along the length, it remains unchanged. If we do this, boom, it will still maintain it. Okay, it will look the same. Again, if we turn it, it will look the same because of the base, or it's a triangular base. All right, it's not coming. This base will come this side, this will come up. It will exchange like that again. So 3 times it will come back to its original place. I wish I had a thing to show you, a triangular thing to show you. But that's about that. Okay, let's go to B. Let's go to B. B is saying in the answer space below is an incomplete program written in pseudocode for calculating the curved surface area. Okay, at pass out data formula. It will be easy to solve this one. Of a cone with base R and slant height S. Complete the program. So the program is here. Apapali enter. What are we entering? Because now the formula is saying the total surface area is equal to pi radius and then the slant height. Okay, so pari enter, we are entering the radius. Okay, so that when finding, we enter what we need to use to find. We enter the radius, then we also enter the slant height. Then pari E, A is equal to the formula, but you write it in the computer language. So you say pi, all right, pi times Z, it's star, radius, star, slant height. Kwasina. That's how you fill in that space. Nishwadi na 2 marks. Okay, there's no need of even writing, because you know if you write, if pi is 22/7, if it's not 22/7, it's 3.142. So that's how you go about that. Just like that. Okay, that's how we answer that. Pamela, how are you? Question number 18. Question number 18, my genius friends, my good friends. How many are watching me for the first time? You're saying, nah, man, this is when I've seen you teaching on TikTok. I never even knew that there's even this account. Fuller has been a friend for years. Is it not now 2 years, Fuller? When have we been friends? Baby Lukia, nice. Nice meeting you, my good friend, Baby Lukia. Meets my first time. Sheba, you're welcome, my good friend. Fuller, you were not... Fuller, yes, 2 years, but you just followed me. Did I see you following? Oh, it's not you. Ah, you just followed me. Did you unfollow me? I remember you, Fuller Wise. Yeah. I think it's 2 years. We have been friends with this. I always remember my students. Fuller is not a student. It's just he loves mathematics. I've forgotten where your country. No, it's not Senegal. Sudan, no. I've forgotten your country. Beauty has found me today. My account was having a problem. Oh, this is a different one. Because I'm surprised. The other one, we are friends. Oh, you see, it's the very one. I think you... Okay. ABC is a straight line. The coordinates of the points A and B are these. So I've been given the coordinates, right? So I just want you to pay attention to this. Hello, design. Gesiri. I don't know how to pronounce, but yeah, design, you're welcome. Let me call you Gasirimu. Gasilimu Manavama. ABC is a straight line. So we have something like this. A, B, C. All right, since they said it's a straight line, huh? Okay, then they're saying the coordinates of point A is this. So here we have 2,1. Then B, we have negative 6,5. Interesting. Given that B is the midpoint of AC, yeah, I realized. Find the coordinate of C. Okay, since C we don't have. So how you can find this one, ladies and gentlemen? We use the formula for the midpoint. So we say midpoint. All right, I think this is the next topic we are going to do. It's under coordinate geometry. Yeah, we do in our group, not here on TikTok. In our group, I think we are almost getting to that topic. It's the next topic, I believe. Okay, midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. This is the formula for the midpoint. So now, since midpoint has been given is that, so negative 6, 5, where negative 6 represents x, 5 represents y. Okay, so this will be our x1, y1, x2, y2. So x1, it is 2. So we say 2 plus x1 is x over 2, comma, y1 it's 1 plus y over 2. So how we are going to solve, this represent x. So we are finding that x. So we are going to equate e equal to that. So it will be negative 6 equal to 2 plus x over 2, because negative 6 represent x. Then if these are equated to that, so we are going to have 5 equal to 1 plus y over 2. The key is to find the xy for the coordinate c. So we cross multiply. It will be 1 times z, 2 plus x is 2 plus x, equal to negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. Group the like terms, it is positive 2 by additive inverse becomes negative 2 on the right. So x is equal to negative 12 minus 2. X is equal to negative 14. We have found that. Come close multiply again. 1 times figure is 1 plus y equal to 5 times 2 is 10. 1 on the right side becomes negative 1, so y is equal to 10 minus 1. Y is 9. So what will be our coordinates for C? It will be negative 14, 9. Like that. It's giving. It's somehow I want to say crocky. Can clock it? Can clock? Mama ati lochan loki nifloka clock it. Loki nifloka clock it. That's how we find that question, guys. Mathematics is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be enjoyed. Thank you so much, everybody, for tapping. Thank you so much for tapping. Thank you so much. Let's go. Next question. Thank you so much, Fuller Wise, my wise friend. The next question is saying, in the diagram, A or B is a sector of a circle, center O, E. The angle A or B is 72, and the radius is 14. So now they're saying calculate the area of the sector, taking pi to be 22/7. Martha Kafulila, welcome. So, I'm really serious. That's where the problem is. Some financially serious, last. Because I know there's somebody who needs help in mathematics, who need to write GC in mathematics. No, Mbafikalia, Mariva stingy kumpia, but we are forgetting that mathematics has been a challenge. The last offer. When I needed you, you didn't need me. I really need help in mathematics. Lonely, where are you from? Yamikan hey. Now from person off, but okay, let me before I continue. On a serious note, you're from Nigeria. My guide. The WhatsApp group that I teach like this is mathematics based on a Zambian curriculum, right? So, and I normally charge membership fee. You understand, lonely. I charge a membership fee. So, my payments from Nigeria is kind of hard too. So, if you are here, you need help in mathematics. If you are here, you are right. You want to write 2020 what do you call this? 2024 GCE. Nizakuvomereza chape E, and this one, trust me, yala nkalipa. Ukalipira in drama till exam. I only need 4 people. You know, if I got 500 now, I've put it halfway. If you're really serious. 250. I charge 150 per month. Imagine, I charge 150 per month, but then I teach mathematics and biology, but this is per subject. But if you just pay this one. Now, let's make each other understand. E offer is whilst I'm still on the live. All right? Whilst I'm still on the live. Off the live, it goes back to 150 per month. It goes back to, yeah. So it's, if you ask me, your friends pay more than this. They pay more than this, like they pay a lot. So it's just me promoting so that you can be helped. I normally do this while it's on the live. So that's about that. I only need few people because I know natusakuma ningi bad. Natusakuma ningi bad. Don't want to go to the extreme. So I only need few people. 4 people are enough under that. So you pay to this line, you keep. Then when you are done on WhatsApp, yes, classes starts between 17 hours to 20 hours Monday to Friday. Okay, we have a very active WhatsApp group. And trust me, if you're doubting, check out my videos, check out how your friends have been clearing up. There's that lady, I don't know if you saw her, who said that thank you for Zinga Zingatka. I don't know if I can find that comment. So it's not Tekwangala. I'm not just doing it so that we are here to make a difference, help you pass exams before the curriculum changes. Yeah, the Jen, she was my student and she left this comment. So I'm pinning it again just so that you know. So those who are doubting, those who have other question marks, it's normal. Right? It's normal. You are human, so it's okay. Okay, it's normal. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. But please understand, off the live, when I drop this, the thing is we don't do jab. We don't do jump. Is it jab? We don't do that. As we do Zambian curriculum. Okay. So please understand, this offer is whilst I'm still on the live. Off the live, it goes to 150 per month. So you can just pay 250. I teach you, prepare you for the exams. Okay. No, not that. Just that I really need help to go and not that's all. Then inbox me, then we'll talk, because like I've said, it's only for, I tutor Zambians. The only problem is the payments, how to make payments. You are in Nigeria, you know. I once had South Africans in the group, yeah, but it's just the payment equal rather. Okay, we have been asked to find the area. So we say area is equal to theta out of 360 times pi times radius squared. So radius is 14, theta is 72, pi is 22 over 7. Let's go. Okay, we have 72 over 360 times 22 over 7 times 14 squared, which 14 squared can be written as 14 times 14. All right, radius is 14 squared. So 14 squared, same as that. Why did I split it? Because so that when I say 7 there, 1, 7 there, 2. You're seeing, right? Then I can simply go like 36 into 360. Get me? 36 into 360 is 10. But 36 into 72 is 2. 36 into 72 is 2. 36 into 360 is 10. So now we have 2 over 10 times 22 over 1 times 2 times 14. You have seen, right? Then we can simply say 2 there, 1, 2 there, 5. So I have 1 times 22 times 2 times 14. I have 22 times 2 times 14 over 5. Did you check out? Then we say it's equal to. So now we have 22 times 2 is 44 times 14 over 5. Then we can work out this. So we have 44 times 14, 16, remainder 1. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1, 17. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 4, 4. 6 plus 0, 6. 7 plus 4, it's 11. 1, remainder 1. 1 plus 4, it's 5. Right? So, plus 1, 6. So, we now have 16 over 5. 16 over 5. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's simplify this like the way we did with the previous one. So, we have 600 plus we have 10 plus 6. So how many 5 are in 600? They are 120, right? They are 120. Plus how many 5 are in 10? They are 2. Plus how many 5 are in 6? They are 1, remainder 1. So how many 5 are in 1? It can't. How many 5 are in 10 is 2. So we're going to have 120 plus 2 plus 1 is, we're going to get what? 3. Yeah? So we have 123.2. All right, that's our area. So say area is equal to 123.2 square centimeter. Like that. So all this was just for us to know 5 into 16. How can you add? How can you? So, okay. I like, although the question comes like, but let's do this. Stephen, we have 44 times 14, right? Are we together? 4 times 4 is 16. 6 remainder 1. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1, 17. Stephen, then 1 times 4, remember when we go to the next, we hold a 0 here, right? If we want, we can just put 0. So 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Stephen, are you there? 6 plus 0, 6. 7 plus 4, it's 11. 1 remainder 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. Stephen, how can you add 176 plus 44 and get 161? We are multiplying, we are not adding, sir. I think you found it, Panshita. I don't know. We already found a question on second theorem. You're late, Goma. We already did. We already found a question. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right, my good friend. It's all right. It's well and good, my good friend. It's well and good. It's well and good. So that's about that. Let's see if we can accommodate another question. I don't know if we are done with the previous one. Where is it? Oh, we did the second theorem. We did that one. We did that one. We already solved that one. We did that. We are just from doing this. Now we are here. Okay. I don't know if I can do one more, then finish up the remaining, then introduce another topic because it's getting late. It's almost 11 p.m. I need to get some rest. How many minutes have I been here? Not so bad. 1 hour 20. So given that f of x is that and g of x is that, find the inverse of f of x. So we have been told that f of x is 3x plus 1. Okay, and then g of x is 4x minus 1, like that. So the first thing they're asking us to find the inverse. Now, after we find the inverse, whatever we find, then we replace with -5 where there is x, because this and that is the same. Where there is x, they have just put -5. So the answer for A, we are going to replace where there is x with -5. Nishitapeza for B. Now let's do this. When you're finding the inverse of a function, in this case, we are finding the inverse of f of x, apostle. So what we do, where there is f of x from the original function, where there is f of x, all right, we introduce a y. Okay? We introduce a y. So that now we have y is equal to 3x plus 1. The moment we make it like this, we now need to make x to stand alone. We make x to be the subject of the formula. Okay, so that means this positive 1 will go to the left side, and since it's going to the left side, by additive inverse, of course, it becomes -1. So to be y minus 1 equal to 3x. So we have to subtract this side, or both sides, so that 1 can be subtracted out here. That's what we mean by additive inverse. Then we divide both sides by 3. So then I can simply say my x is alone there, equal to y minus 1 over 3. When I make x to be alone, I shouldn't end it at y. I shouldn't end it at y. So I'll bring in the inverse of f of x, which is now equal to, where there is y, I replace back with the x. Just like that. Okay? So first thing, where there's f of x, you introduce a y. So there we replace with f of x with a y. Then we made x to be alone by taking positive 1 to the left side, becomes -1. Then we divided by 3 both sides, making x to be equal to y minus 1 e over 3. Then here we bring the information that say the inverse of f of x is now x minus 1 over 3. Okay? Then B is saying now find the inverse of f of -5. So if you compare A and B, you find that where there is x, there is now -5. Right? So from this question now, we replace where there is x with the -5. So we have -5 minus 1 over 3. So -5 minus 1 is -6 divided by 3. So -6 divided by 3 is -2. We have hammered that one. Well, we have chewed that one. So tomorrow we'll continue question number 20, 21, 22, 23. Then we introduce a different paper. Okay, so if you see me tomorrow, yeah, we'll do that. 21 hours, we go through, we finish up the remaining 21 hours. So C, yeah, I'm finishing C. C is fg of x, which is a composite function, fg of x. It's a 2-in-1 function. We have f of x and g of x. That's how you write it. So fg of x is on the right side, is being expanded like that. Okay, so we say fg of x is equal to, what is f of x? We have 3x plus 1. What about g of x? It is 4x minus 1. Then we say where there is x in the first function, we replace with the second function. Where there is x here, we replace with that. So now we are going to say 3, open bracket, okay, that's where this will come, plus 1. So we have 4x minus 1. Then we can expand by 3 times 4x is 12x. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus 1. Okay, so 12x, negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Finito. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you find composite functions. Always replace where there is x with the second function. And that's how we answer such questions. So ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tomorrow so that we can finish up 20, question number 20. All right, question number 20, which is under bearing, 21, which is under linear programming, 22, calculus and the cubic. Then we end with the 23. Maybe I continue a little longer. I'm not sure if I will manage. I'm tired. Perhaps I finish up so that tomorrow we start a different paper altogether. What do you think? I finished up? Yeah, I think let's just work it out. Work it out, work it out, work it out. I'll hear from you guys. We finish it up? I'll just do it tomorrow. Narema. My eyes are heavy. I think if I finish up, I'll start rushing. And I don't want to be explaining in a rush. Just so that I just finish. No, it won't make sense. Maybe we just do it tomorrow. Fresh minds. Just like that. I think let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow it is. Yeah. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, everybody who has been here. Thank you. A big shout out to who? Wait. My network is unstable. Shout out to Lonely, Lois, is it Lois? Beauty, Sheba, Sunshine, Don Julio, I think it's Don Julio. Wanto, Tandiwe, shout out to you. Fulawise, shout out to you. Shavana, shout out to you. Bintis TV, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Precious, shout out to you. Puyogoy, shout out to you. Chilombo Mlenga, big shout out to you. Slim Daddy. TikTok Policy, shout out to you. Mary, Papon, mazina naimwe. Chopper, Junior Alfred, Pretty Bay, Dean June Official, Kwala. Carol, shout out to you. Ken, shout out to you. July Slender, Ali, Zenab, and Diwashala. Thank you so much. And Sadifianji, Elton, Baby Lukia. Okay, if I didn't give shout out to you, sorry, I didn't just see your name up there. But shout out to you guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you for coming. So again, like I said, if you wish to join our online classes, you can WhatsApp me using this line. Okay. There's a membership fee. Smala. There's a membership fee. Okay. Come, we learn mathematics together. We pass mathematics together. So you can WhatsApp me, then I'll respond when I'm online. Definitely, I don't take time to respond. I always respond unless Wushiko. So that's about that. Thank you so very much. You guys have been nothing but amazing. Positive energy. Miss Nakamba, I see you. So please see you. How much is the membership fee? Sheba, Nakamba Koti, Nima charge 150 per month. But inga ukadipila 100 kwacha whilst I'm still on the live. That means we'll be paying 100 kwacha a month, 300 kwacha a month when your friends are paying 150. That's what I said. All right, but I don't know because I was live. I don't know if others have made payment or if not or not, but I'll confirm after the live. Yeah. confirm, then I'll add them in the group. So this is for WhatsApp. We already repeated ani. This one. Okay, Nazina, unless there's somebody who wants to pay. Zina Idetani. Alright. You guys now alright guys, I'm out. So remember, when I'm off the live, it's 150. When I'm off the live, unless there's somebody who say, hey, they can't repeat it, I can wait for you to do that. I can allow you to make that payment. Okay. I think that's it. Bye-bye, guys.